To go live. Monetization on. Give me fucking money. How are you doing today? How are you doing today, Mr. L5? Good? Bad?
I am good.
Yeah?
Yeah, me personally, I feel like Mew right now.
Oh, I did. I saw the audio leaked. It leaked allegedly for another banger that's coming out. I haven't listened to it yet, but I'm eager with anticipation.
Big fan.
I'm eager with anticipation. Hold on, let me.
Are we live now?
We are live now.
All right.
So you have to stop dropping so many slurs for no reason.
Slurs?
Yeah, you were going crazy. You were going crazy before we went live. It was insane. Stream bong. Alright, and then
that's crazy that you would say that.
I'll fucking DP. Oh no, that's the wrong chat. DP uploads. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. So we should be good to go. I just need, let's go live battles. This is in the live battles link. It's the Blitz game, yeah?
Yeah.
All right. Is this a specific format? Let's start it over. Watch it from the beginning. It looks like we have a Generation 8 game. Huge.
Yes.
All right.
You can tell because it's not Gen 9, 7, or 6.
Yeah, that's actually big. Or you could just tell by the team comps and general metagame knowledge, but you wouldn't know anything about that, right, King L5?
This is looking like an ORAS build, low-key.
Yeah, dude. Well, Glow King Cinderace is a very common ORAS build, so that makes sense. Yeah. All right, we're gonna start from the top. Do you, off the top of your head, do you know series score for this guy?
I can look at it.
Here, I'm pull up the doc. I don't have it in like my recent. I want to see before we start watching, so I know who to root for.
Okay, so I believe Nature's Madman, which is Blitz's team, is up 3-1 right now.
Oh, so this is a clincher. All right, well, we gotta watch from his side.
Well, if Blitz wins, they're guaranteed at least a tie.
Oh, I guess that's not. Yeah. It is best of 8. I forgot. This is the first season of best of, or no, it's been since Gen 9. So last season was best of 8. Yeah.
DCL was the first best of 8 this year, and we are adopting it as well.
This does look like a DPP Core Frost. You're so right. All right, let's go and watch. Doesn't look like it's done.
Are you stupid? Zeraora is not in DPP. I know that one for a fact.
I know for sure. The other ones I'm going to have to do my research on. We see Trick Black Sludge, which is very, very nice in the Glow King mirror. That Pokemon's like basically terrible now and gets 2-hit KO'd by everything. Okay, Future Sight hits the Rotom. Hello gets up rocks. Slowking comes out. Yeah, this guy's like basically dead every time he comes in. He takes 20 million %. Holy shit. I lied. The 31 is not very much damage.
Burn on him.
Dude, that's not even AV. That's just how fat Glow King is on the spit outside. He just took 30 from fucking Volt Raw.
Yeah.
Black and White Sprite's gotta be Gen 5. I got yelled at for this last time, so I am gonna switch that. Hold on. After we catch up to the game, we're gonna do Modern Sprites. Alright. We DD up physical in the Slowking matchup, makes sense. We roar out. Psyshock, do nice 12. Oh no, this game looks like it's over. I see a GG in the chat. We're gonna get there eventually. Don't worry, gang. We're gonna get there eventually. Zera. Leafeon comes out, gets knocked for 8 fucking million %. Jesus.
Yes, that is choice banded.
That has to be banned, yeah. Especially because this thing isn't like offensive Leafeon. Jesus.
No, that's Fizdef Leaf.
Yeah. Goodness gracious. Okay, Leech into the Glow King.
Gee whiz, man.
I mean, this is a certified Gen 8 moment. There's certified nothing happening besides rocks and burns and teleporting and volt switching. The greatest Draft League generation of all time. We double onto Pylo on a Wisp? Yeah. I mean, you're not going to volt into that thing. You haven't seen anything. It's like weakness. You, like, lose. Off rip. We're going to pivot to Glow King or Slow King on the Hydro Pump. We could just pour it out on a Volt now, right? Or on the Hydro Pump, too. That fucking works. How come Shelly?
I think he Hydroed predicting Zera to want to pivot in on a Volt.
Alright, I guess that's also fair, yeah. We see a
also,
Giga
like,
Drain on...
He can't really stay in next turn.
Mm-hmm. We see a Giga Drain and a Hydro Pump. I'm really playing around this thing, potentially being like a weakness policy set. 39 to 41. Pain Split. Yeah, we do not want to proc that for like 2 damage. On my draft league match 5-0 today, big debut for that league. Let's go, Frosty. That's huge. Yeah, another Giga Drain.
Riz, as they say.
That's not what they say, but for sure.
I think
Karen
I
comes
would know
out.
what they say.
Would you? I guess this
Yeah.
thing like super walls it too. If this is special Shelly, yeah. Blitz doesn't look like he's making too much progress right now. I feel like it's just gonna be a matter of we have to get the Zera in. But even then, you have to click the right button, right? Like whether you're knocking or CCing. You see a Blaze Kick mid ground. It's not gonna do enough to Glow King. If this gets poisoned, is it over? It didn't get poisoned. Big. Will this 2K cure him? If it's like offensive cure
Blaze
him?
Kick is very strong.
Yeah, that's also a really good. I mean, yeah, and then we just took half on our Kyurem for no reason. 31 on the Cinderace, so it gets to a KO next time. Dude, it's a big Blaze Kick sweep time. Pyro, we just kind of sack off Slowking because he takes 8 million per turn. Niki comes out. Endure.
Oh!
Shiest, okay. I guess we were scouting for like Scarf, obviously. You see Salic?
Salad
Is this like a reversal?
So this will get another.
It's
kill.
reversal, yeah. Wait,
Yeah.
this is actually super shiest. Is this? No. There's a shard on the dude guy. Yeah. Leafeon comes hard out. Takes
Any sharders?
so takes not very effective damage. I'm gonna give stuff today. I can taste it. I don't know with you, Hunky. It's gonna be tough, my friend. Volt comes out. It's gonna Fire Dance on the Cinderace sack. Landorus comes out, which also just has like no answers at this point. Oh, U-turn. Wait, what's the ground resist? I guess Volkl is one from there, and you don't want to take the damage, but we're gonna get into Kyurem, probably get roared out so we don't get DD'd on. Leafeon comes out.
He wanted to get a Roostoff versus Piloswine, and he thought Piloswine was the most likely sack into Earth Power.
I guess that's fair.
So getting Kyurem HP is like a super valid play.
Yeah, because you'll guaranteed live anything, or at least you force a CC on the, what do you call it? He just stays in Spears, which is fine. Especially, does D-Claw just kill this thing from here? Oh no, we're just gonna DD up. I mean, I guess it's fair, because +1 will kill. Overheat isn't even gonna take out Kyurem. Super fat on the Kyurem. Dragon Claw picks it off, and I think that's Raps. No burn, right? Oh no, Niki lives. Oh shit. This guy's gonna be speed boosting probably, right? No, it's special attack boosting. Okay. Landorus is gonna come out. It's gonna live. Holy Assault Vest. EQ kills, and then Zera can't walk to win, I don't think. Blaze Kick. Slowking. Blaze Kick 43. Sludge Bomb. Poison seals it. Poison sealed it. That is the game. Guess we can sack road him. We don't want a big guy to lose, or a big guy to die. Yeah, really well played. Blitz just couldn't like find the position to get in Zera, like ever. Ugh, we don't have any more gamers right now, right? No, we don't. Okay, cool. Woo, we can actually sit and start stream. But yeah, that was like when I think of Gen 9 or Gen 8 draft. That's what I think of. Slow as shit until something just finds the opportunity to bust through. Like super strong. I mean, like no progress was being forced super early, but slow little game, which is cool. Oh, all right, was there any bangers that we need to account for?
I think Phil is starting like right now.
Is he? Okay, I have live battles open right now. What's the Phil series? Let's look at my guy Phil.
Philly.
I gotta see you. See you, Frosty. Big Phil Nilsson.
At the bottom. I guess it's just 2-0. Is that it? I don't think any of the other games have been played yet.
Oh, there we go. So we're good.
I know Phil, Sablo, and Panther and GCM Shadow are all playing like pretty soon.
Oh, Slick plays JCM, and then you said Phil plays Sablo?
Yes.
I'm assuming that's Gen 6, yeah? That's going to be an Oras game, or no?
Correct, yeah.
Okay. And then...
Matchups are in the week 3 tab.
Oh, duh. Instead of just looking at the thing, I should probably do that. I'm like looking for roster to roster. Okay. We can pull this up and take a look real quick. That one's already happened. Or that's not the right team. We just saw this. And that kept, what do you call it? Was it Mad Men in? Or was it, what do you call it?
Made in Heaven won. So they
or it kept Made in Heaven in. Or at least
cutting the lead down to 3-2.
Make series a little bit more Spooky. Let's see. Phil Sablo. Okay, there's this one. It looks like this is just Legion of Boom up 2-0. Not a lot of games have been played in this series yet. Yeah.
Yeah, so far the Legion of Boom captains have both won their games.
Mm-hmm. And SV and
now it's up to the rest of their team to.
If they win both these two, if like Slick Phil win, they clinch at least tie, which is nice. And I mean, if you go 4-0, you're probably winning the week. It'd be a monumental fumble to lose the next 4.
Yeah, although there is legend of one time in DPL playoffs, a team lost being 5-0 up. Can you believe that?
Wait.
So for those unfamiliar with the lore, right? In previous seasons, all the playoffs were best of 8 with potential for tiebreak. And there's one team. Let me get the names right real quick. I think it was DPL season 6. The scriptwriters went absolutely crazy on this one.
Oh, we have the Salvo game live.
All right, so I can give the TLDR version. So the Ghosting Majorities, that's the team name, was up 4-0, and they were in a game with an unlosable position, lost to timer, got reverse swept to tie breaks 4-4. Then in tie breaks, they lost 2-1.
Yeah, this is the game. I remember this. I remember this. Yeah. Oh no, that's tough, dude.
Yeah,
that is tough. I remember that one because wasn't he like super smoky? Just wasn't paying attention to timer like at all.
Yeah, it was literally an unlosable position. Like, literally, you could not pick a wrong move. Any single of the 4
just
moves
clicking
you had
the fucking button, yeah,
would have won the game.
We just had to left click on our mouse on a button, and then the game would have been over. That's tough.
Like, you know the Wi-Fi timer where it just picks a move for you?
Mm-hmm.
That would have won the game.
Would have won the game. That's crazy, dude. That's hella funny. But we have Sablo versus big Mr. Phil Nilsson. Lead Togekiss on the lead, I presume Mega Altaria. I'd be very upset otherwise. And then a Mesprit pivot on a nasty plot, which probably gonna see just like a T-Wit from the Mesprit, slow this guy down. This thing doesn't really like get super threatened by a lot initially too.
Turk's team is like hella slow. Like Keldeo's the fastest Mon on here. Surely something's benched that's faster, right? Let me check that.
He has, we could see
except Strika and Azel were benched, so his 2 fastest guys are benched. That's why the team looks so slow.
Okay, yeah. Oh, wrong tab. Let's close that out. So
that means something is going to be Scarf, right? Probably the Diggersby or the Heatran, most likely. Because the fire resists are like
Scarf Diggersby tough. Looks really strong. The normal resistor Empo that gets fucking smoked by an EQ, right? Like Scarf Return looks really strong. But also in the same sense, like a Bandit Quick Attack is really nice in this endgame too. So like,
yeah, I'd more so lean Scarf on Diggersby.
Well, I guess you have like Scizor to like be strong Revenge Killer too with like Prio too. Especially like obviously you can't be banned your Megasis, but Megasis also looks really good here. Megasis looks super strong. I mean, what really checks it? Skull Burning Empo. And like random HP fires from like Lando.
You can check it.
Yeah, Specs Grand will like live 1. But from a certain point. We see an Air Slash on the Empo pivot. I mean, yeah, this takes it on well too. It also depends on like what its coverage is in this matchup. If it can fit a Flash Cannon. You also have like 8 switch into Empoleon. And you always spin on it too if it tries to get rocks here.
I'm thinking there's no way this is Flash Cannon, right?
I mean, this team's super weak Togekiss, to be fair. Like, nothing switches in and hits it. It's like this guy's wall. It could be like... there's not much that this guy can really do in this scenario, unless it's like mix EQ. Tentacruel always comes in and like baits a burn and like just spins forever, right?
I'm thinking something like Scald, Yawn, probably Rocks. Maybe Mesprit is the rocker, but maybe a Yawn would make sense versus this team, because you have Tentacruel to kind of absorb a lot of attacks that Empo goes for, but if you're like knock off Yawn, you can really get something out of that turn by forcing something else to take a Scald Burn, or the Tentacruel goes to sleep, right?
It also really helps out guys like Gren and Alt too. Like Tentacruel like live hits from, especially Gren, not as much. Alt can like smoke it with an EQ, but like, yeah, I mean, Tentacruel's annoying.
Maybe Toxic, maybe Yawn.
I think it's probably Yawn too. I think that's really smart. Because what do you call it? It also like struggles with like Sizz outside of burn too, and I think this seems like super weak to Scizor. Like this seems super weak to Scizor. So having something that can put it to sleep.
I'm really expecting like an Altaria with Fire Blast, maybe to not Mega Evolve, just to handle the Scizor Bullet Punch a little bit better, maybe.
Yeah. We see a Landorus Pivotal Aura-Sphere, and that does a shit ton. Like, I'm pretty sure this guy's just gonna die to an Air Slash. Yeah, it's Kevia, because it covers... Oh, it's HP Ice.
Even better.
And, dude, yeah. I mean, you're in a great spot. Kevia made a lot of sense into Scolipede, Gren, and then Landorus was kind of just like a byproduct. Can I turn down the other guy by 98% for the low price of $200? I will do it.
Actual sellout. What the hell?
Are you kidding me? No shit. Dude, I remember when Joey was like revealing his whole team on his subathon. He drafted like a mono shitty team in SPL last season because someone gave him like $200 to draft Squawkabilly. I draft Squawkabilly for like $100. Are you fucking kidding me?
I draft Squawkabilly for free.
Round 1?
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe $5 for round 1.
Okay, I was gonna say. Yeah, I'd be willing to negotiate down from my $100 asking price. But yeah, I don't know about round 1 for free. He's a cool little guy, but Keldio's gonna come out. Keldio's also really strong here too. Like Keldeo doesn't have a lot of great pivots. I guess alt once at megas especially too. Just gonna take it on. Or alt doesn't even need a mega, unless you're scared of like straight HP Ice.
Yeah, you are kind of scared of HP Ice, right? Because maybe you want something to hit the Lando without risking a miss, although the Surf is the better option.
Slash Icy Wind, I guess, too, because it gives you a little bit of speed control in that regard.
The thing you're scared of.
Yeah. Obviously misses.
Not likely to bring though.
No, I don't think so. I think. Oh,
he did go for it.
There it is. Yeah, expecting the ult. So good mid ground from Zabla.
This is really fat Mesprit. Maybe Assault Vest even.
Yeah, we see a taunt. We don't want to get T-Wave now. We're just going to U-turn, get a little bit of momentum.
We just taunt an Assault Vest Mon? Because 13 is like really negligible damage.
We can calc it. I don't know what Phil also might be like a fatter Keldeo.
I guarantee Phil did not calc that.
Well, I know. I'm saying Phil might be a fatter Keldeo. I'm not saying Phil calcs it. I'm actually curious. We'll go Ice. Into
my head calcs are saying that
Mesprit.
Assault Vest as hell. Like bulky Assault Vest too.
Assault Vest. How much that should do?
13.
So it's like max HP Assault Vest probably.
Yeah, okay.
EQ, Sugar Berry. We got up our rocks, which is nice. There's, I mean, Empo can defog, but it's also kind of a tough slot.
Notably faster than the Altaria.
So you throw him with a super big flash cannon, yeah. Super fast Heatran. Maybe just catching an aggressive, yeah. I mean, Empo comes out. Empo's not gonna like. I don't know. Empo's not super threatening in that regard. I don't think it can be defog, right? Can it? In this matchup? Would it have?
It can.
Well, like, I know it like physically can. I'm saying, do you think he can fit the slot for it?
Yeah, I think he can actually. Toxic, or like any status move.
Toxic slash Yawn, yeah. I guess it would depend on you saying you Lava Plume. Yeah, you just punish defog because you can always keep up your rocks.
I don't like defog that turn because Heatran is just going to get up the rocks again, right?
I guess it either switches. Yeah, it either. But if it switches out, you just get a Scald Bird on something, or you bait for a Scald Bird on something. Nothing wants to take burn, right? I guess Tentacruel, but Tentacruel doesn't do anything.
Yeah, Tentacruel doesn't like deny the fog. You can pretty freely Scald on turn 12, or no, turn 11. Sorry, turn 11 when he defogged. You can just Scald there, and then if he goes to Tentacruel, you can defog the next turn. It does not matter. Because if Heatran stays in, it's saying, I will sack my Heatran for damage on Empoleon and rocks up.
Blue, why are all your $200 scenarios involve me committing unalive, as the Reddit stories would say? Huh? $200 to plug in your monitor while playing Overwatch? I'm not a miracle worker, my friend. Skull, don't get the burn on the Tentacruel. Tentacruel's really fucking annoying here, especially with the burn on the Empo. It's super obnoxious here.
If it has Sludge Bomb, I don't see what Sabo's supposed to really do about that at this point.
Like you just beta status on the Mesprit and it's like basically dead, right?
Leto being dead is like super big deal for this Tentacruel.
Your Altaria's at like half. Can't go into that. I mean, you could go into Empo, but what are you gonna do? Yeah, I guess you get your fog off.
Knock off, maybe?
Yeah, you get off your fog, or you knock something, or you yawn, like we said. But if it's not like a yawn set, it kind of doesn't really like do anything, right? Yeah. Some weirdos like, always pop up in chat. That's what I'm saying.
Phil can always guarantee rocks up though, because he just goes Heatran on Empo every time.
Yeah. If he scalds, he sacks it off and gets into like, I don't know, Diggersby gets into probably Keldeo actually. Yeah, Keldeo seems a little bit better.
Of, like everything. So like, he was already willing to sack Tran before to get rocks, so why not do it now, right? All the other 4 Mons kind of beat Heatran anyways.
I don't really see a position where Phil fumbles this game, right? Like, is there like an SD... There's not even like an SD Scolipede angle. There's still a whole ass Scizor with, that walls and has BP, and then there's a whole ass Diggersby as well that might have quick attack. Like, the alt set... Oh, no, the alt's at full again. So maybe there's an alt angle, like some kind of... No, but there's still a fucking Scizor. Like, I really don't see a great angle for Sablo to not get super smoked here.
And the alt does not seem to be fire coverage as well as Body Slam EQ. Maybe it's Fire Blast Roost, but I kind of doubt that.
And if it is, I mean, I guess that second, it doesn't need to be DD to, like, win or exert a lot of pressure. But the issue is
honestly, whenever the Scizor comes out, it's just going to win.
Yeah, especially the Empo, like, 39. Yeah. This thing's gonna come out, it's gonna get status from Scald or Sludge Bomb. Sub?
Oh.
Are we sub-toxic? I mean, that also works, to be fair. Especially with that Empo burned. Oh, we're just waiting for a Scald Burn. Is there a point in subbing there, then? Is it just waiting for the Scald Burn initially?
Well, you can potentially sub on an Empoleon sack or something like that.
Uh-huh.
But I guess you could have subbed the previous or the following turn anyways, so...
Yeah.
Maybe the sub was unnecessary, but I also don't think it was, you know, a big deal.
Yeah, for sure.
He now scouts the Mesprit is faster than the Tentacruel, which is important, right?
Oh yeah, 100%. You just get out here. I mean, but you can go Heatran probably. You can go like a Scizor potentially. Yeah. Heatran seems fine because also Lava Plume is like not able to be switched in on Gren. Like Gren's gonna come in, it's gonna take rocks, it's gonna take a plume, it's gonna get burned, it's basically gonna be dead. That also like super opens up Bullet Punch Scizor endgame. Like SD if you are SD. I don't know if he is, but I don't even think it needs to. No, that was my father. it was not. Can I put Minecraft parkour on the screen? No. If you get me like a cool spinning GIF, I'll put it on the screen. Actually, I don't even know if I could do that. Especially with how melancholy this glitch stream music is. U-turn, we just...
Wow.
We didn't want it.
Like that is crazy.
Did he need to do that?
Absolutely not, but he did it anyways.
Yeah, that was fire.
Absolutely bad.
Phil, I appreciate you doing it for the stream, big dog. That was, I feel like we had a lot of switch-ins to Big Mesprit, and also rocks are up. Oh, dude, can't you just sub on this thing and be super annoying now? Oh, man. Well, I guess rocks go up. Yeah. Or you want your rocks up. You go hard Heatran, probably.
Maybe you don't need to go hard Heatran, but if you do value the rocks, then maybe
depending on what it is, Blue. Now I'll put a GIF on the screen, big dog. He's gonna fog.
So he values a sub on Cruel over the rocks, which I think is also a fine call.
Yeah, especially with the Mesprit burned, right? He's not gonna be able to break this. 8% dice to burn. Oh, we're defog rocks. Okay. I mean, so rocks are up. That's good.
So it's probably Scald Toxic then, right?
Mm-hmm. Especially if it hadn't, like, yawned or anything like that before. Mesprit comes out. Are you gonna be spin in one of these slots on Tentacruel? I'm curious.
Let me see. Looks like the answer is no, because I think he would have clicked it that turn.
Yeah. Yeah, no drawback, just get rid of it. We're kind of just like letting this guy get kind of low. Which, I don't think it matters. It's kind of tough for Gren, but I don't think it matters. I'm really curious what the end game is with this. Or like what the plan is with it.
Okay, there's the spin.
Okay. He's just trying to bait as much burn as possible. I mean, he dies to it this turn, so that's nice. Do you even keep this? Oh yeah, you just sack this. It doesn't do anything at this point. It's too low. I like the sub, but was it just sub, spin, dual stabs?
That trade, no.
No, not at all. At least I don't think so. I feel like you could have just spun that first time and then went out into your
that
Heatran
kill
and
was
got up
nice
your
with the
rocks.
Gren.
Yeah, you just got your rocks with Heatran, right? Now we don't have rocks. Or we're never going to get rocks.
Yeah.
We have a Heatran. Oh no, you get an alt. You're fast on alt. I forgot about that. Oh, and can Tentacle wear boots? You could if you really wanted. You should probably put him on his tentacles, yeah?
You'd need a lot of pairs.
Yeah. Boots is plural though, so thank goodness. It's not one. Do you think a Pokemon that only has like one leg or is just like a snake, do you think they just wear one boot when they're boots?
At that point, I'd say you're not going to be eligible for wearing boots.
Oh, shit. My superior
Maybe
is
you can.
always taking Stealth Rock, no matter what. That's tough.
Alright, I got a BRB for a minute,
Oh, you're good.
so...
You are good. But yeah, I feel like the Tentacle is fine. Like good here still. Gren, I don't think it has any, like, win angle. You still have Keldeo, right? Like, Keldeo still kind of stuffs it. I don't even think if it's, like, random extra sensory, it does anything. Yeah, the price is a lot for those boots. Well, we didn't ask if Tentacle can wear that, or we didn't ask if Tentacle was broke or not. We asked if he was, like, physically able to wear them. Now, if we're talking about Tentacle's socioeconomic status, Mr. Bloom, that might be a different discussion, and it probably goes per Tentacles, right? Keldeo comes out, you probably have to go Scizor, right? Spikes are going to be really annoying, though, dude. I don't know. This is tough. What? Everybody's yelling at me on my phone right now. Leave me alone. Okay, we're going to double alt. Oh, we just scalded. We're going to burn? Oh my god. I'm surprised he was willing to, like, sack that off. I'm really surprised he was willing to sack that off. Or not sack it off, right? $200 for your liver, you need to relax. Not sack it off, but take damage on it, right? Again, I think Gren is really scary, depending on what the set is, right? I think like an HP Fire variant is valid. I think it might be, like in like a, oh no, I lose to Scizor. Like, and if that's the case, it looks really scary depending on the Diggersby set. I think Diggersby does just kind of win though, with just like Scarf Return. We're gonna go hard Heatran. Gren's gonna come out. Yeah, everybody's tweaking on the burn. I'm more so, like, surprised he decided to go for the burn, though, I think. Keld's gonna come out. Scald. No burn. Are you kidding me? Dude, where's Sablos luck? Come on, man. So, yeah. But yeah, I think he's mostly fine. We'll see. I think at this point, like, Keldeo smokes, right? He didn't get the burn there, so he's not, like, super whittling this thing down. Extra sensory, does he get a flinch? Or in a citrus berry? We do see a flinch! Ooh! So we do see extra sensory. I mean, like, depending on what the Diggersby is, or, like, does Scarf Diggersby even kill? I mean, you turn into an attack will, right? So extra sensory, we pick it off. Perfect blue, that's true. That is perfect blue. This is gonna come out. I mean, like, are you like a Scald Burn away from being really obnoxious? I mean, you just don't really have a switch in here. I mean, I guess you could go alt and then, like, pressure with the Fire Blast, yeah? What's up, Wolf? How's it going, big dog? Hopefully good. Can we get some H's in the chat? I need at least, we have 16 viewers. I need 17 H's in the chat. 17 of them. Pig H. Need a hoe. That's crazy. To get flinched by the Grand Extra Sensory and then say Nido, I would lose my mind. But that's what I mean. I think after like a poison jab, that Keldeo would have been in range of Extra Sensory, right? Unless I'm tripping, or at least really close. It's not Scar. Well, he could get smoked then. I think there's like definitely an angle where he loses this game. There's definitely an angle where he loses this game, right?
I'm back.
Welcome back. There's full health Greninja and no more Keldeo. So there's been an endgame acquired, maybe, potentially. Here, we'll show you what happened last few turns. You ready? Alright.
Oh,
So-
the flinch. I see.
Yeah, but we gotta get the lead up to there. So we saw Psyshock.
Oh my god.
We saw Psyshock kill. Wait, did I
No,
miss
no.
something else? Oh no!
Yeah.
Okay, so we get through. He was hitting Power Fire. Dude, that's what I said. Oh no. If it's not Scarf Diggersby, I think he loses. Oh, he crit too. Oh shit. Yeah, that might have mattered. That might have mattered. Yeah, there's no citizen that dies to full or from full to. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I think it just comes down to Scarf Diggersby, right? And if it is Scarf Diggersby, I guess. But that's why I was super surprised he was willing to like sack a bunch of health on Keldeo on that Scolipede when he scalded. I was super surprised because I feel like a poison jab might have put it in range of extrasensory, which would have like led to a similar end game scenario. It's not Scarf. Oh my gosh, it just tied. He fucking won. That's hella funny. Never in my life did I think that was gonna happen. I thought that he was getting smoked.
Oh gee whiz, guys. What happened?
Oh, Phil. That was a tough one, man. I'm doing pretty good thinking of terms of... Dude, that's big. That's big, Woolalt. I will be there no matter what if I'm not busy. Yeah. That's raps.
I will be there no matter what, unless it mildly inconveniences me, then I will not be there.
Unless I will not be there. I will not be there no matter what. I will be there sometimes. Yeah. Brave Scarf, in my opinion. Yeah. I thought Scarf Diggersby looked really strong here, too. I don't know. Obviously, I'm not in the labs and prepping and looking at the sequences. There's backseat game in here. But, yeah, that was tough. He played really willy-nilly with a couple of these mons. Like, Tentacruel, too. Like, unless he was just mono Scald, right?
Here's the thing, right? You got flinched into crit HP fire. Like, obviously, that's unlucky, man.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, obviously, like, he was still in a pretty okay spot. He got kind of unlucky, but...
However, like, the Tentacruel health being thrown away to trade for Mesprit, I feel like really did not need to happen.
Like, look at the point in the game he was at. He was in such a good position. Like, I genuinely didn't think... Yeah, I didn't think there was any way Sablo brought that back. With the pieces that he had. Hold on, where were we? Yeah, when we stayed in there. Like, this thing... Nope. Let's do that turn. Look at this position. He's fucking chilling. You just spin, get down to Heatran, get your own rocks up. And you're good. H, what's up, Oliver? How's it going, buddy? Yeah, that was a tough one. And again, you're right. Obviously very unlucky. But we didn't play in a way to super minimize the hacksticles, right? So that was a tough one.
I think he still had a winning position. As long as he didn't get flinched into
oh yeah, well that's what I mean. Like he didn't. Well, I'm not saying he threw and lost.
U-turn,
right? U-turns and then.
And then what? Maybe you're in range of Scolipede then.
Yeah, if it's like because it's definitely EQ Scolipede, right? Into the Heatran matchup. Like it depends on. I wonder if that Grem was like E-built or something like that too.
I think Phil wins that because just by the fact that Heatran's faster than Alt. And it's burned, so you can always take an EQ from that range.
Yeah, and Diggersby is in the back and can always take a Scolipede hit too. So like, it's not like you're gonna lose to it. One of the apartments in my building has a sign. There's just a pumpkin with the curse of H on it. And I think of Walt every time I pass it. That's massive.
Next game's up. Oh. I feel like Phil played well enough to win, but there's definitely more he could have done.
Yeah. No, I definitely don't think he played bad. Yeah, that'd be a very not nice way of going about it, or not a smart way of saying that, you know.
So the series is now 2-1 for
2-1.
Boom.
Yeah, solid one. And then this JCM wins, he ties it up.
Right? Yes. And for context, JCM is like a massive favorite going into this, just player quality wise. I feel like JCM has really put himself in a position where he's like considered one of the best people in the format.
Oh, especially since like SV, right? He's just been on a kill streak the whole gen.
For like the past 2 years, I think he's really been on the top of his game. Whereas Slick Panther, you know, he's also been really great. I teamed with him last season in DPL, and he put in a lot of effort. So if he continues to do that, he obviously has a chance to take down JCM.
Well, and that's the thing in like a tournament like this is there's not really any bad players, right? So like while someone might be a favorite, like they can still for sure lose, especially like with all the build support and shit too. Like I don't know, it's definitely big. Sticky Barb onto the Ting-Lu, basically making this guy like almost really bad for the rest of the game.
JCM loves weakness policy on his Ting-Lu, by the way. So like I'm not really surprised to see that at all.
it also makes sense. You just don't take any damage from anything at 47.
Yeah.
It's fucking nothing, dude. 47 is literally 0 damage. We see another Sun team. I think, or we saw, was it just one Sun team last week or a couple? Seen a lot of weather in general. Obviously, Gen 9,
I think this is the only Sun
more
team in the tournament.
Is this the only one? Is this just the same team that we saw last week?
This is the same team, yeah, that Aster played.
Okay, it is. Okay. Just different guy using it, obviously. Okay.
Yeah, he also played a Garchomp versus us, so some of the prep might be a little bit similar.
You see Terra Steel in the Enam, by the way. I'm
Terra
assuming
Steel's
it's just gonna let you eat Scizor alive and resist Hat. Dealing, I guess.
Hat, Ogerpon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a good defensive
Terra
typing.
pick
It's
here.
but yeah, it's probably just like offensive, just like Moonblast, Mystical Fire. Who knows what else? I mean, really, that's all you need. Nothing takes it on at all. What are the Terra guys on this?
You could see CM, Moonblast, Raining Kiss, Mystical Fire potentially.
Yeah, this is Terra Fire Rotom, which does help. Special attack drop is pretty annoying there, but
Yeah.
not the end of the world. You probably still just don't want to take damage unless you probably just like sack your Tinglu potentially, yeah.
Let's see, are you willing to Terra your Rotom in this matchup, or do you still value the Terra Ogerpon +1 speed? 'Cause I feel like the speed is not that important, right?
No, and Grass isn't super spammable here too. Like obviously, like in my head, I was like, oh, well, how strong is Cudgel? Obviously
it's
being
not.
boosted.
It's really not strong.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean in this matchup. You have Venu. I mean, you have
Jirachi.
5 Pokemon that resist Grass.
Moon can also be booster speed and just be faster than your Terra.
Yeah, and just aggro you. That guy also looks really strong potentially in an endgame scenario. Well, you have Scrafty that actually checks it really well. No, Scrafty's check it.
One thing you would want it for is a +1 Ogerpon may or may not be faster than the Sun Venusaur. I feel
But even then,
slower,
what are you hitting it with? Zen Headbutt? I guess it's like Zen
Yeah,
/
it would be
Tantrum
Zen.
if it Terras, but you're also kind of putting a tough 50-50. But I don't think JCM
I
can
think
like
it's
ever
definitely
Terra
slower.
his oh, we see a sub on a Volt. It's gonna break. It's a little bit of health off of the Enam, so maybe it's sub CM.
I don't know. That would make sense. Because you want to sub on the hat, right?
Yeah, because it covers D-Gleam and Nuzzle. Just so you don't get paired. Right.
Speaking of the hat, here it is.
Oh, we're just gonna Moonblast. Trick Room goes up.
It's an
Okay.
offensive hat.
Yeah, that took a lot of damage. Jesus, if that's Life Orb, this one's like basically dead.
So surely
you have a pretty.
Jirachi comes in.
Yeah. Do you go for the Mystical Fire if you're slick?
I think you kind of have to.
Yeah, it covers
you're in the
Terra
back.
Steel here. Slash, do you die at -1? Yeah, I think you still do. Yeah, I think you still do. But Mystical Fire covers any switch. I mean, and to be fair, like Fairy plus Fire is really. I mean, it's always good, but it's really good here. Psychic's gonna blow up Ninetales because Emo's not very good. Did he forget to Terra? I don't think he did. Maybe he just didn't want to. I don't know. But yeah.
Saying forget to Terra? No.
I think he's doing a lot. I think he's just scouting. I mean, you still want to leave the opportunity for Venu to Terra, because Terra Fire is still strong here, right? And there's not much that switches into Venu
I
either.
was saying Rotom.
I don't know, maybe he's just reserved for the Ogerpon. Maybe he has some different plans with the Ogre. Maybe it's like an SD variant, and that's why you want the speed boost. Alright. I don't know if +2 ever, like, really kills everything. I don't know if it has a cut. I mean, maybe if you force the Terra on the Venu, like, Cudgel, Tantrum, Mystical Fire, yeah, we were just kind of expecting it. Oh, and we get a fucking contrary boost. Down goes the hat, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I will say the
think-
Enam's like dead though. Like it's very
I don't
low.
think JCM expected Life Orb, which is why he stayed in, because he was thinking Enamorous lives any hit and he can neutralize this threat. But also, on the other side, Enamorous is also neutralized to some extent at this point.
Yeah, I mean like offensive Scizor will still like KO this thing with Bullet Punch, I think, or at least come close to. You can kill it with Ogre. You can kill it with Scrafty or Trick Room right now.
I mean, this is just a free Rotom Volt, no?
Yeah,
Because
I
the
guess
thing
that's
who
true.
takes Rocks and Sticky Barbon
It
will
does.
die anyways.
Yeah, and then you just Volt out on whatever else is next because everything else is faster than you.
Yeah, I think this is just a Volt switch.
What's up, Cass?
Unless
How's it
Volt
going?
doesn't kill if he turns Steel, but
I
that's
don't
like
see a universe where it doesn't.
That's like a really crazy play to make if you're the Enamorous.
Yeah, to Terra that, just to live that. Because Trick Room's still up, too. Right? Oh, we're going to go Scizor.
Scizor. Probably going to see...
I mean, doesn't this force a funny...
And,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know if Bolt Punch will kill from here if you Terra Steel. Maybe he just really wants this thing to burn the Terra. But this does kind of like put like an awkward 50-50-ish kind of position here, right?
This could very well be Choice Banded Scizor and kill anyways.
Yeah, that's true. Or like Life Orb will probably kill from here too if he has like random Life Orb. I don't think Life Orb's good here, but like
the resists are Jirachi and Ninetales, which are pretty bad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because both get blown up by
Ninetales will probably get to it KO'd anyways.
Rachi takes like a shit ton from U-turn anyways too.
And you probably want the strong BP against Roaring Moon and Venusaur, the two offensive threats.
Yeah.
So I can understand a CB Scizor in this matchup.
Yeah, and if you force him into an awkward position where he wants to Terra this to live for some reason, then the Venu doesn't get to Terra Fire and resist it anymore. And it's a great way of revenging that thing.
Trick Room, so maybe it could be Banded Iron Head, which would definitely KO even if it turns to Steel.
Oh, for sure.
This turn.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I guess it's fair. If you know you kill, I think it's a fair play. If you don't know you kill, then we might be in a tough position.
Banded Knock can also probably do it if he stays Fairy. That would also cover the Jirachi, the Ninetales, basically force a KO.
Yeah, because you can't ever go... I mean, safest position is... I don't know, this is tough because there's still 3 turns of Trick Room. Like, I was going to say safest position again, like maybe a Tinglu sack, but like... Trick Room's still up. Yeah, that's what I mean. Well, that's what I was thinking, is like... I mean, you go Ninetales after that, I suppose, and maybe you Healing Wish up your Enam? We see a CC.
Wow,
CC is really aggressive. Play. I don't even think Bandit would have killed Enam from there, right?
No, definitely not.
Yeah. That's a really, really aggressive CC. I feel like at that point, if that's your click, it's just better to go Rotom.
I think so. I think you're right, yeah.
How comes Rachi? This thing is...
Maybe he's just trying to soul read the Ninetales coming in? I don't know.
But even that, I mean, if it's not Boots, Ninetales gets smoked by offensive Scizor. Like, it takes so much damage. We get up our rocks in his face. Out comes the Rotom. Rotom's gonna get a Fast Volt switch off, I think. Unless this Rachi is, like, mad slow. Yeah, this
could be a Terra turn for the Rotom Wash.
Yeah, nice little Terrafire. But it's not Boots.
You don't need to.
But it's not Boots, though. So, like, it's gonna take a shit ton from rocks now. Okay, Volt comes out on the Ninetales. We set up Sun... with an E button as Trick Room ends, so that's a good position. We do like that.
You get 4 turns with Venusaur now.
Yeah, so Venu can come in, click a button, or Moon.
Or Moon, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The Fairy type is dead.
Yeah, I mean Scrafty checks as well, though, right? Like
Scrafty does check it, but it has to worry about Acro, right?
Oh, but he didn't pop an item. He's in Sun.
True.
So this is like 55 base power Acro. It's not going to do that much.
Yeah, I take that back.
That's what I mean. And like, if it was Booster, then you'd just be able to Intimate. It's not like any like weird like Clear Amulet shit. I mean, maybe if you're like a Clear Amulet set right now, you have Sun, or like you're a Band set. I guess Band is probably just smarter in that regard. And you like cast a Scrafty with like a D-Claw on the switch in, and it takes like Rock, Spike, Banded D-Claw. Like, it's gonna do a lot. So, maybe that's your angle? You want to chip that thing down? I wonder if it's a Healing Wish Ninetales in the back, too, for that Enam, because it was played pretty aggressively early on. You can still bring that thing back, Terra Steel it, and, like, kind of win the game at this point. Unless I'm tripping, I don't think there's really anything that's stopping that thing when it Terra Steels. I think it just Okos everything. Minus, like, a Scarf Chomp, I guess. Which I don't think it is. Yeah, it looks like it switch moves. We use Outrage. Yeah, this looks like it's a Band set, and we've already killed Hat, so... Something's getting smoked. Scizor can come out and revenge this, but then Scizor's mad low too, which is really nice for other mons on the team like Venu, who doesn't make it half to Terra. Yeah, that's a tough one. I think...
Is this like Choice Banded Moon?
I think so. I think if you're Outrage, you like have to be. Choice Band attack boosting, it's a great way of like super smoking through like your check-in Scrafty. Something like Hat isn't going to want to take like a U-turn or a knock, obviously, it gets blown up.
sure.
So like Outrage becomes a little bit more free. It's also, again, really nice to force in Scizor. Scizor has to take a Photosynthesis attack boosted banded Outrage right here. It's gonna do a lot after Rock and Spike.
Can it live?
Yeah, if this is, and it looks like it was an offensive Scizor if it's CCing, or I guess that's not true. But like, if it's an offensive Scizor because who's CCing that Enam, like, you might get blown up right here, dude. I think Moon's just kind of gonna win. And again, if it's like a Healing Wish Ninetales, you can like get it in on the Scrafty, Healing Wish up your Enam, and then the game's like over.
Yeah, that is potential.
So we'll see.
At this point, if you turn Steel, Ogerpon can't check you, and you Moonbuff the other two.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like,
yeah,
you just have to find that Healing Wish.
Enam just wins.
Banded.
It is banded Scizor.
It does not die.
Okay.
The only issue is I don't think you can go. I mean, you can't go Ninetales because you'll die to Banded from here, from 27, right? Like, you'll super die.
Yeah. You need Ninetales in on Scrafty. If you can make that happen, then you win the game.
Yeah. So we do get confused, so we can actually save that, which is also nice. We get on to Jirachi, it's Helmet too, so Scizor's dead. Yeah, I think this one's just wraps. I mean, you don't even need to Healing Wish the... no, you do need to Healing Wish the... Well, or you do want to Healing Wish the...
right.
If you
Garchomp is still a massive threat.
Well, it's not choice, we kept the Moon, right? Yeah, we kept the Moon. Moon lives into the Rock switching. Or we're Healing Wish on Rachi, I've decided. Aw, beans.
Yeah, but we still have the Ogerpon Terra option, so that can revenge the Moon at this point. All you need to do is prevent the Healing Wish. But that being said, there's 2 potential Healing Wish Mons. Jirachi probably is not it.
If it was, I think it clicked it there. If it was, it would just clicked it there.
It would for sure.
Yeah, there's an Icy Wind on the very obvious either switch or sacking of Scizor because it dies to rocks.
Switch, yeah.
So, again, especially because it's not like Heat Rock Ninetales, it's E button and then like Healing Wish to get into something else to like super, keep momentum up and get out quick. Is Ninetales better than Torkoal now? I think in the I'm not a Torkoal guy. I think Torkoal sucks. I've never been a big Torkoal fan. I feel like he's like super Sunbot. I like Ninetales more personally. Well, I can't like spin and rock. I think the fact that it can like BP now if you're in a league that like lets you BP. And it getting Healing Wish I think is super big. I really like Healing Wish Ninetales. Because a lot of the Sun guys in Gen 9, they're not like Chlorophyll set up and win. They're like, I come in with a boosted stat and I fucking kill something. So if you get 2 opportunities to do that, you might just win the game. So I like Ninetales more personally. It's also fast, I don't really care about my Torkoal being physically defensive. Out comes Ogre. I mean, Nock will kill from here, for sure, right?
I think Torkoal can afford to run Heat Rock more often. But Ninetales is a better offensive one. Yeah. I don't know. It feels like versus Scizor, you would definitely prefer to have a Torkoal, but Ninetales is like so much cheaper that you can really afford to get like a really small Venusaur Ninetales core that also boosts up your Moon. So like on this team, it makes sense to go Ninetales.
Yeah, I don't think it's clear cut. It kind of depends on team, but it's cool that Ninetales is good enough now to be in contention for drafting on a Sun team. Because that guy has been ass every other generation. He's not very good. Like, he's undraftable in every other gen.
Was never...
Yeah. I have never seen a Ninetales Sun team outside of, like, Wi-Fi leagues in my life until this gen, which I think is actually cool. I don't want to give it a shot.
Super aggressive with the price cuts.
Oh, so I'm assuming Ninetales was, like, mad cheap. Yeah. I don't know, but this might be Buddy's first DPO.
Ninetales was 5 points in SV.
Oh, yeah, that's fucking great value. Oh, dude, that's great value. I'd for sure... And you said this is the only Sun team, too, with it?
I think so. Let me double check that.
I guess there's a lot of... SV is like the gen of... Yeah, the gen is like... It's the gen of, like, offensive cores and stuff. So there's so many things you can draft in SV that are, like, viable and scary. Which I guess is a cool part of it.
Yeah, no Torkoal drafted. So, yeah, this is the only Sun.
Yeah. That's crazy. 5 points is cheap.
Yes.
And it's done well in the 2 games that we've seen it too. Like it does its job.
I think this Ogerpon forces 2 KOs at this point because you need Sun Up and then go Venusaur to revenge.
Yeah, and that prevents the Healing Wish. but I don't think you need it if you kill the Ogerpon, right? Cudgel will kill here. Or actually, Cudgel's a roll to kill here, so you might have to take another turn of Helmet and knock. It also just might not be knockoff. Or Tantrum. Which means if this thing doesn't, like, kill here... Is it worth Icy Winding and risking a miss from here? Because everything you have in the back... like gets revenge.
Icy Wind here.
Yeah, like you're gonna oh no, it can't even define. I was thinking define, but it has a new fucking ability. So yeah, you just Icy Wind here, right? In case you live. I'm surprised you didn't before. No, I guess not doing it before is fair because like you want to get damage on this guy. But yeah, I feel like you can Icy Wind. You drop this thing's speed, and if that's the case, then you just go in with Moon and you revenge it, right? Or you can U-turn, keep a sack, something like that.
Yeah.
My favorite mod. This is recency bias. I think Iron Hands is my favorite Pokemon to use in draft. There's the Icy Wind. I think Iron Hands is by far my favorite mod to use in draft. He's obviously not the best Pokemon to use in draft, but he's fucking sick. I love having a guy that OHKOs everything and doesn't die at anything, no matter what. He's Melmetal with Volt Switch and cooler stabs. Okay, we see a Cudgel. It doesn't kill. I think that seals it, right? We hit the Icy Wind. And this thing dies to Spike. Plus Rock. So,
yeah.
That's Wraps. Super Wraps. Enam just wins. You could just go Moon and like Outrage, right?
Moon, Outrage into Enamorous should just win.
Yeah. Because Outrage is going to put too much damage. Oh, I mean, we sack the Ninetales? Okay. I guess you could also go Venu and win that way. Or I guess Venu puts enough damage on the team, right? It's Boots Venu.
So,
do you even want to Terra here?
Spiky Shield to stall Sun Turns. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you can even afford to click it. I feel like you probably have to click it anyways.
Yeah, a growth here would be Psychopath. I mean, you could growth on this thing just not being able to kill you, right?
There's no reason not to growth is the thing.
Yeah.
I guess there is a reason because if they
call it and then they Spiky Shield, yeah.
Yeah, then it's 2 turns gone.
And then is there an angle where you lose to Scale Shot Garchomp because you're in range of that as Sun expires? Oh, we Terra'd. Okay. I don't think it matters, but...
Yeah, just attack is correct, I think.
Yeah, this guy comes out, and at this point it's Wraps because we can't get into our Garchomp, and we can't, like... Unless there's some crazy way where this thing stalls Sun, Garchomp lives a hit. This is like Mono Shoulder Beam or some shit. Not if it's Boots. I mean, after this knock, can you kill with Scale Shot and then win?
So it's Assault Vest on the Scrafty.
Okay, we detail and miss. If
what
you're
was he hoping for there on the Scrafty?
I don't know if he was hoping for it. If you're JCM, do you... Oh, we went hard Rachi. Oh, okay, that's perfect. Okay, he just sacks to that. Now, I was wondering, I was like, dude, I'm scared about Scale Shot winning. But he was fine because he had the Rachi sack to Rocks, so he was always good. Okay, yeah. Cool. Big win. I think JCM played well.
So they tied up the series now 2-2.
Yeah. Big, and on Sunday, too, that's like crazy momentum for them. Your 2 wins were earlier in the week. I think they're the captains, too, right, you said?
Yes.
It was Toxic or Ethan and who's the other captain? This team. Vess. So JCM Sablo. So your captains won on a different day, and now you have, 4 games to decide the series after losing 2 straight, like 2 unanswered. That's tough, man. You go from a 2-0 lead to being honestly on the back foot. If you're
Trickabye has some shooters playing.
Yeah. You have LOQP, Skyhorse. So you have your captains playing too. Like, ASDF. Some fun ones though. Ivers Undead. LOQP versus Chip. That's cool. Then Sky versus Hacker. Definitely a dope one. Do we have any...
I kind of feel like so far there have been no upsets in this series. Is that correct to say? Like, you would expect Sablo versus Phil. You'd expect JCM to win. Vess and Toxic as well.
Yeah. I think that's valid. I'm not super familiar with Vess's like actual Pokemon playing ability, to be honest, so I don't know about this game, but I'll take your word about this.
Yeah, Vess historically has been a little bit hot and cold, but when he's hot, he's like super hot. And in this season, right, he seems to be on form.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I'd expect Sablo win, JCM win for sure, and then Toxic
Like,
Mount
obviously,
as
the
much
games
as
are all
Mount is my
close.
goat, but yeah.
The games are close. Mount did get pretty hacked, I'll be honest.
Did he?
Like, it's hard to say if it mattered because it happened like so brutally.
he's using the Swiss Rain too. No, Swiss Rain is so drip too.
It's like the semi rain, which is like.
But it's still.
Kind of
so, I mean, this is the rain. Is this part, and then there's like two guys that are like rain. Like these guys are like sick rain if it comes, but and even then Dragonite sometimes. And then you said we have a couple other games upcoming in a while, right?
Yeah, I'm playing at 3.
Oh, sheesh. That's a long time.
And that's the next game, I think, unless someone plays early.
Oh, sheesh.
There's 3 games at 3.
Oh, wow. Okay. 3 games at 3. So what we can probably do, because that's a lot of filler time, 2 hours, it's tough.
Mm-hmm.
We could probably watch some replays, and then I can either go live again at 3, or let's go back and forth to Homeward, or we could do like recording and like do some commentary, because I've been dying to get more things to upload. I've been like one upload a week, Andy, since SPL ended, and then TGS ended, and then VGC League ended, and BVR. I have like one Wi-Fi league a week on Saturday, and that's it. I need to make my big YouTube money.
Post comms, yeah.
Yeah, well, obviously your game. Yeah, you know that's a tough one. But yeah, we could definitely go over and do like I could do some live round, or I could see if like well, I know Aster's doing your guys' series like week by week.
Yeah,
I got Hunter to play. Oh, big TDG. Let me know if we'll give you like 10, 15 minutes. If he says yes, or in between that, we will stay for your game, TDG. Dude, two behemoths in chat, TDG and Walt. Oh my gosh. But yeah, I can ask Aster to help me commentate over one of the other 2 games too if he's not playing, right? Because I'm assuming he's not at that time.
Aster already played.
Yeah, I'm like he's not playing at the 3 o'clock time. Okay. Sick. Okay. Is there any bangers we can watch while we wait and see if TDG what do you call it? TDG Hunter is gonna happen?
Yeah, so the big name game is Genius versus Zazo.
Oh shit! Hold up, let me pull it up. I just gotta find the server again. What's the context on the series until this point?
This was game 1.
Oh, this is game 1. Oh shit! Easy.
Yeah, this happened on Friday, I think it was.
Oh shit! Okay, let's scroll up. There it is. I flash game over Genius. Alright, sick. And we have Gen 7. Ooh. Dude, I love Gen 7 draft. I think the teams look so cool. Big fucking Bouffalant, which actually doesn't look terrible here, too.
Yeah, the big boofer in the cut.
It actually does not look terrible here. This guy gets Sap Super, right? Oh, dude, Serpwall goes crazy. Like, an SD set could actually go kind of wild. Not too bad. I mean, I guess there's a Lando, but, like, just get rid of him first. You got double water. It's fine. Alright. Let me fix the dimensions. Hunter said no. This is so sad. Alright, so we'll watch this game, and then if there's any other bangers. If not, then I will, I'll probably just commentate over some games and upload them next week or something. I think it'll be fun.
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay. This 2 hours of filler is tough.
Yeah.
That's a rough one. I thought we were gonna have, like, games that, like, lasted a little bit longer in between, but it's fine. I mean, we got more games than last week, actually, I think, so something like this is hard to do. Fuck, I have a work meeting tonight. I keep forgetting. This sucks. Alright.
Man.
They're bringing pizza, though. So we're getting... And every time he goes to fucking Costco, and I'll get pizza at Costco, and I'll buy, like, 4 boxes. I'll walk out with, like, a whole ass box and have lunch for the week. It's super fire. So there's the one upside. Alright.
Yeah, that's one way me and you are not the same. I get a whole pizza, that's 1 meal.
Brother, portion control, what are we doing?
Look, if I have a big dinner, then I don't need lunch.
That's also not good for you. Gonna cut out so I can watch the commentary as uploads, have fun. Oh, thanks. Oh, well, I'm not commentating this one. Don't leave! No, I'm just kidding. I'll see you later. We're just gonna watch this one. I want to live call them, the ones that are, like, happening at 3 or something like that, if that happens. But yeah. I'll go and jump in. So you have Serp on the Dia lead. Dia's just gonna have rocks because it lives a Leaf Storm. I mean, if this thing's it's sub-toxic. I was gonna say, does it really do anything to Boof? But that makes sense into the Boof, obviously.
So this is Mega Diancie, by the way.
Mm-hmm. He's just saying on Mega to not die immediately. I figured there was no Mega on the team. We're gonna go hard Serp. We're gonna U-turn Scarf. Or not Scarf, just Gren. Miss a Toxic, which is tough. Metagross is going to come out. We're just going to see a return. 17, that's definitely not like a banded damage output.
Yeah, so it's basically screaming Sap Sipper at this point. Switches into
Sure.
Serp.
51 from Dark Pulse is a shit ton of damage. No lefty, so you gotta respect Scarf. We see a Pain Split up.
Switching to Lando is really crazy, and then slower than Rotom is also crazy. Like,
that
can we pause here real quick?
Yeah. There's a lot to take in.
Like, first off, your Gren Dark Pulses the Rotom for 51, right?
Yeah, you know it's offensive. Or like,
and
not max
head,
F.
In Zazo's head, this is Scarf Rotom, 100%.
Mm-hmm.
No doubt in my mind, right?
Yeah,
so
that's how he pivots out. And
what is Rotom going to do, right? He's going to Volt Switch, maybe T-Bolt, something like that. Let me go Lando. But he Pain Splits, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like, I can understand if you're assuming Scarf Rotom, but here this turn...
He's not Scarf anymore.
You want to Sludge Wave into Rotom to weaken it for Gren, I guess?
Mm-hmm. Even
then,
it's not Scarf now, so like you could just 2-hit KO it, right?
Yeah.
So like you don't super need to
I think what
it.
they did is they were probably bulky Calm Mind Lando to take advantage of Rotom like being slower and can't kill with Hydro Pump after a Calm Mind.
Mm-hmm.
And then a Sludge Wave is kind of forced damage onto the Rotom.
Mm-hmm. Like Sludge Wave, HPI, Surf Power.
So like I can understand the set, but also like, how are you this slow, man? Or how is the Rotom this fast? Like something went wrong here.
It took a ton of damage too. So like if it's not Scarf, it's obviously not like super bulky. Like 51 is a shit ton of damage. So it's not like max Spadef.
No. Max Spadef would take 44 max to 37. I think that's the roll.
Mm-hmm.
So you know it's max HP.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all you know about the Rotom.
Mm-hmm. I guess it also depends on like what the tiers. Like the speed doesn't make any sense. Like it being this fast doesn't make any. Let's see.
If you wanted to be faster than the Uxie, which is benched, or maybe like a modest Manaphy that's like slow and bulky, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean it looks like a good Scarf Rotom matchup too. So like, the intercept makes sense, but yeah, just losing your Lando for free is tough because Lando is also really strong here, right? Like
I wouldn't say it's like really strong, but it's like definitely a good Pokemon.
Like Earth Power HPI Sludge Wave isn't super well switched it on. And it super threatens things like Muck and Metagross, which is nice, and those things are kind of annoying otherwise. Like Muck is really obnoxious now.
So knowing it's slower and bulkier makes me want to think more so that it's Calm Mind 3 attacks.
Yeah. Like Earth Power Sludge Wave HPIs, right? Yeah, no, that's
in which case, like, the Glalie is always going to revenge you, right?
Yeah.
Even if you do get damage off.
Well, yeah, it's definitely not winning, but it's going to potentially do a lot of damage. Yeah. So we do see SD in the booth, so it's like SD, like, ground move, normal move. We see Intim, EQ, Force Little Rocks damage. We do see Z-Lando. Sky Strike is going to just kill. Yeah. So now we're kind of in a tough spot. Serp, too. Serp, like, super smokes this endgame, potentially. We see Surf pick off the Lando. Serp's going to come out now. The Antsy hard out. Leaf Storm. We just pop another Leaf Storm, yeah? We're once again in a tough spot. Yeah. And then Scrafty's just gonna get, I mean, like, unless this is like, Specs Gren probably forces this out and kills it, right?
This is an Ice Beam range. But Genius stays in.
Mm-hmm. So it was in Specs Ice Beam range guaranteed. I'm assuming this is Specs, by the way. The way
it is Specs, 100%.
Like how much damage did it Rotom and things.
So Ice Beam versus Serp, like it needs investment to live from full.
Mm-hmm.
So like being at 70, whatever it was
definitely in range.
I'm pretty convinced Ice Beam would have killed. But maybe Genius is thinking if he goes for Ice Beam and he's locked into that, then my Metagross gets a free hit and it's all good. Because I guess Metagross isn't the most like impactful Pokemon to get a hit there. Maybe you would go Glalie.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, Manaphy's still really high. I mean, no matter what, it's gonna force damage on Manaphy, and maybe that helps for like.
Maybe it's a Rotom Volt angle, actually. Now that I think about it, Rotom Volting out on an Ice Beam lock.
That's true.
Gren is like a really good position for Genius.
Yeah, it forces in Scrafty, forces damage on Scrafty, which is really nice too. So like, Yeah, I guess it's fair, and it punishes an over and aggressive U-turn or like a mid-ground Dark Pulse or something like that. I mean, it's either U-turn or Ice Beam there. Out this comes now.
At this point, Scrafty's the only threat left.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you look at it, Scrafty can definitely sweep this endgame, right?
Depending on like what setup variant it is, if it's like a like a rest set or something like that, yeah. There's some kind of bulk up rest set. Actually, bulk up rest is really, really annoying. It is Intim. We're gonna see Poison Jab, so if we it's Helmet. So then it's Helmet DD. Defensive, and we're clear Smog. So yeah, I think then that's just wraps. High jump kick.
So one thing to take note of here is Muck is like sacking it to prevent setup, right? But that was your dark resist. Look at Gren now. We know the Rotom's slower, but he goes into Gren on the Glalie.
Wait. I mean, I guess this guy can DD on Rotom.
I didn't like this play.
Yeah, maybe like the idea is to get in because like you do need a flinch on Rotom in order to win with Gren, right? Like you do need to flinch it, but like
and I'm also
it seems like a better out, right? Yeah,
but 2 flinches is like not unheard of. Whereas Scrafty's setting up in the face of Glalie after Intimidate, right?
Yeah, especially because this probably isn't like a rest set, right? You still 2-hit KO after rocks, right? There's no way
you'd have to live return into Ice Shard to even make this make sense, right?
Yeah, and Ice Shard's just gonna pick it off, and no way it's not gonna be Ice Shard too. Like, yeah, no, I mean this thing's gonna come out. I mean, you just boom, yeah. Or I was gonna say return. I think return to return would have killed, to be honest. But I guess no. I mean, I guess if it's return and Ice Shard, it doesn't kill because I don't think that would kill like ever. And then from there, you DD up and you outspeed everything and win. High jump kick will probably kill Rotom and then knock off a Metagross, right?
Yeah, I'm not really sure how much return into Ice Shard would have done to the Scrafty, but maybe the Scrafty lived that combo and then
that might have been the angle that he was going for. But explosions also like what moves does Glalie ever need besides like return, shard, spikes, and boom? Right, it's what it runs every game.
Yeah,
I don't know what else it would have wanted here.
Manaphy, but like I don't think it gets anything for that. So.
I think it gets freeze dry, but does that actually count as something? I don't think it does. You know?
Yeah.
So hold on. I mean, we can look and see if there's anything that was like you would want extra moves for, but I mean, I can't think of anything. You just EQ / return will kill. EQ / return pretty much kills. Return. I mean, maybe like some kind of taunt set for like Uxie. I guess, but if it's taunt, then you can't set up anyways. So, I don't know. I love drop content. Thanks for being so good here with the coverage and playing yourself in these leagues. Oh, no worries. I'm glad you're enjoying it, Stark. I appreciate it, bro. I'm glad you're enjoying it, especially right at the end of good old stream here. Yeah, that was an interesting one. There's a lot of like, I think that's like the team tour like kind of thing too. And again, not that like again, I'm always watching these games. Not in any servers, not helping anybody mock and things like that. So when you're building for these games, the lines become so specific, right? Like of like what you're going into and when and you know the sequencing and things like that.
There's definitely some games where you're like, all right, when this one comes in, I'm going to click this and then I'm going to click that because that's the sequence that has been working in mocks.
Yeah, and this is gonna force this, and then I'm gonna do this because of that, and blah blah blah. But
like I guarantee in mocks for Zazo, his Lando was always able to weaken the Rotom for Gren.
Yeah.
I feel like that combo was always able to go off. And then in the real game, Rotom is just randomly faster than the Lando.
And maybe that's why, obviously, he got so slow on the Landers. And I guess it's kind of like a risk versus reward thing, too. Like, being bulky on the Landers was nice, but I don't think it was, like, super, super consequential, like, right, being that bulky. Like, I think if you're just...
understand it.
Yeah, like getting away with more bulk is always a great thing, right? Like if you can, and a lot of times you just can. It's gonna put you in a good spot.
Yeah, the thing is though, like,
do you need it, and is it willing? Like, if your game plan is contingent on you weakening the Rotom for your Gren with that Landers, like that's what you've been doing and what's been working. Do you need to be that bulky? Is the main thing, I think.
Let's see. From Genius's perspective, what does he have to creep?
Yeah.
Right? Because it's base of hundreds. I guess you have the Manaphy, then you have the Lando I 101, and then you have like Diancie, Gren, which are all super fast. Like Rotom is never going to touch those. So maybe you're thinking, well, is Rotom really going to run max speed just to be faster than Uxie? Wouldn't you want to be slower than Uxie to get a slow
vault? Yeah. Well, maybe it's the idea of maybe in Genius's
Given that-
mocks, oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Given that, you would expect Rotom to be slow all the time, especially when like Spadef Rotom is so strong versus the specific team. Like you want the Spadef for Manaphy, for Diancie, Grant, and Lando. Like Max Spadef just looks so likely to bring, whereas you would think, all right, this Rotom is not creeping anything. I can afford to go like max HP on my Lando, and the only thing I'm losing out on is outspeeding Glalie, because the Lando, the Lando is in a similar boat. It doesn't need to outspeed anything in particular outside of Uxie. Is Uxie really going to be max speed? So I get Zazo's perspective that he doesn't expect Genius to need speed on any of these guys. But maybe precisely because of that fact is why...
I was just going to say, like, is it something in Genius's mocks he was getting fucked up by really fat Landorses and they're proving to be really obnoxious? To where he's like, okay, well, I don't need to be max Spadef on Rotom for this specific reason. Like, it's nice. But what if I just outspeed an aggressive Landorus?
It's also just knowing your opponent, because Zazo is like really well known for like running max HP on every offensive mon ever. Like that's just something that he has always done.
Yeah.
Like if I'm not mistaken, like he always has preached, just run 252 HP, you're gonna live everything. It doesn't matter if you're slower.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was thinking too. Like, is it just kind of like like Genius, obviously, who's also very good. Both these players are very, very, very good. Him recognizing like, shit, am I kind of like super boned into this Landers variant? And if I am, what do I do to stop it? And it might be like a max speed Rotom wash, creeping, him being over aggressive, right? And it also does make sense too for the Landers, especially. I think you're right, because like especially if you're like super Spadefball, you're just like max HP. You get off a Calm Mind. What is like a HP Ice from a Lando T doing? Nothing. You're just gonna blow him up with your own, so it's fine.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's valid. I definitely think like it makes sense. Not that it was like a bad bring, but like I guess it's just
Genius is just one step ahead.
Yeah, Genius kind of recognizing, hey, maybe this is gonna get me. And again, I have no idea. I saw no talk after the game, so maybe they talked about it after. And it's like, I thought that this was gonna come. Like I thought you were gonna be really bulky at least, not that set, but thought you were gonna be super fat.
It definitely makes sense to assume. All right.
I
think. Want to go over like one more game?
Oh, we can do one more. Yeah. Which one?
Alright, because I have Ace Trainer Josh versus Aki VGC. It was a super fire game, actually.
Okay, let me see. What day was that played on?
I think it was today.
Today? Oh, Josh or Aki, I see. Ooh, we got some Oras, more Metagross and Superior Gaming, and
so this is actually a very common archetype, being Elite Ground type, Superior, and Rotom Wash. We saw that drafted across like every gen, I'm pretty sure. Maybe not SV, because the SERP is on a different kind of build. But yeah, so like Garchomp / Lando T, Superior, and Rotom Wash was like super popular for some reason. And Band Chasers, they drafted Metagross, Rotom Wash, Superior, Lando T in Sun and Moon in the game we just watched. And in this game they have Garchomp, Superior, Rotom Wash, Metagross. So like it's a very similar structure, and they actually both have a Mega Glalie on the roster. But in this game it was benched. Yeah.
Oh, dang. Yeah, no, I mean, it makes sense. Like, I mean, the mons cover each other really well synergistically, and, like, the momentum. Like, Rotom grabs really, really nice volts into a lot of these mons, which is really cool. And I'm a big Crobat guy, too. But we have Thundy looks really, really annoying and really scary in this game, too. From Aki's side. Looks really, really obnoxious and scary.
The only thing you really have to deal with is the Superior, right?
Yeah.
And the Superior is not great at 1v1ing
No, I mean, it's gonna like take a hit. That's about it. Yeah. So something else is gonna have to like potentially weaken it in some way. I guess it does help. And you have Eel as a secondary flying resist too, which is cool for the Crobat. Like you don't have to take damage from your Thundy for no reason, which is nice.
You could see AV on the Metagross potentially, just for the Thunderous. Although at that point, like you're kind of worried about knock, right? So maybe not.
Yeah.
Let's see. What Thundy makes sense? You want T-Bolt, HPI, Sludge Wave, right?
Yeah, 100%.
I don't think you can fit knock.
No, I mean, it depends on what you want your last move to be, whether it be like a 2-wave, whether it be a nasty plot, probably. Yeah, I was thinking mostly nasty plot.
If it's me in this matchup, I'm running like max HP nasty plot. Maybe speed creeping Garchomp.
There's also an angle of like a volt switch set too. Like just volting on the Metagross over and over again if that is going to be the answer.
Yeah, you could see that as well.
Like you just chip things out, because you can get to a point in this endgame, in my opinion, where just everything's in range of you raw clicking Thunderbolt, Sludge Wave, and HP Ice. Like,
yeah, if you wanted to go more like maybe expert belts, 4 attacks kind of thing.
Yeah.
That could
100%.
work as
Because again,
well.
nothing really threatens you with an Oko on this team too, like at all. So I guess that
Maybe
was
just,
also
like-
a big part of Nasty Plot too. Nasty Plot could also just set up and super smoke because nothing threatens it
I feel
offensively.
like you could also just be like Magnet, something
Yeah,
like that.
and just volt around
Really,
forever.
those Thunderbolts are gonna sting.
You just make sure you live like a rock move from Garchomp, which I don't think is very hard. And I think you're like in a good spot.
Yeah.
Like in case it's like, you know, like Yachi ground move or like fat ground move. Like, or sorry, not ground move, rock move. But yeah. Alright, let's watch.
Right.
Big eel lead. Who'da thunk it into Rotom. Gets off a Wisp, which is gonna whittle this thing down and punish if it's like a physical variant. We see Giga Drain do nothing. Holy Spadef Rotom. He folds out. Probably grab momentum of our own here, yeah? Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and U-turn. Metagross is gonna take no damage. Victini also is a little bit obnoxious. We see Searing Shot, so it is a special set, which I guess is,
So this is
really, really good
this
for
is
Josh.
aiming
Yeah.
for a burn on the Garchomp there, that Searing Shot.
Yeah. It's just better
It
lava
seems like
plume.
they expected bulky Garchomp in this matchup to deal with the Victini as well as the Thundurus.
And it looks
But
like...
Rotom comes in.
Yeah, and it looks like because of that too, maybe the Garchomp is more offensively oriented. Like, you know, wants to not take that burn ever. So
Yeah.
I guess it's valid. Drapion's gonna come out. It is gonna go ahead and Pursuit Trap this, so probably a Scarf Drapion if I had to guess, right? If we're making that play. No, I guess not. Maybe we just I
No.
mean, I guess you just live, right? You just always live
Yeah.
AV create, so you can always kind of afford to either knock or pursuit there. We pop the Shuko, which is really nice for your Garchomp, if that's like an because it's definitely an HE Ice variant then. Garchomp's gonna come out. Crobat. We're gonna SD up. Okay. We see HP Ice from Crobat pops the Yachi, which is also really nice. It's gonna put everything. This is gonna put this in range, yeah. And something's gonna be able to come in and revenge it because Outrage.
Now Serperior gets the free +2, and how is Aki gonna revenge this, right? It
You
is with
go
the
Thundy,
Thundurus.
yeah. HP Ice is gonna come out. It's gonna do a lot, but you're not even gonna kill the Thundy or the Serp. Is that like 62 is not that much damage. Or HP Rock, sorry. HP Rock, right? That has to be HP
Yeah,
Rock if
for
it's in
sure.
both. Okay. So good neutral click. We go to Starmie, we click Ice Beam, we get a big freeze right there.
That
We are
looks
gonna
like a solid
withdraw.
Drapion.
That did nothing, especially if it's like a potential, like, I guess we don't know if it's analytic or not. CC's gonna do a lot to Drapion, it's gonna stay frozen. Just gonna pick this thing off. -2 special defense, and defense. Metagross comes out. Can just kind of throw off a free attack. Not really much wants to switch into this guy. Or we're gonna get up our rocks, my bad.
Those rocks are pretty impactful for the Thundurus.
Yeah, isn't he pretty much, he's dead, yeah? No, he's one more switch in. We see a helmet on the eel, so it is gonna 1v1 this Metagross pretty nicely. Ice Punch.
Yeah,
Down
call it a
low.
trade.
Down it goes, okay. Out comes Serp. Into Cobalion. We're gonna pivot out through Garchomp. We've popped this thing Shuka too, which is really, really big. CC right there. I wonder, if this thing was Shuka, is this HP Ice? And if it's HP Ice, is it better to just click that?
I think the Volt Switch kind of reveals that it's not specially invested.
Okay.
So you could assume close combat and like maybe Stone Edge for the Crobat.
Yeah, EQ is going to outspeed and kill, so this is potentially Scar. I guess we don't know. He went hard into Thundy, so that tells me. Alright, I guess you go Thundy probably anyways. I'm going to say maybe this is Scarf. Yeah, it's going to come back out, and I think Scarf is going to clean
Outrage.
it up. Unless it's Scarf Starmie, though. If it's Scarf Starmie, it cleans up with Ice Beam, yeah?
Well, Starmie actually
Lives on
Lives.
5! Holy moly, it's going to pick this off. Out comes Serp, lives on 1. We see Custab Serp picks it off with a Hidden Power Rock. That's crazy.
that endgame was super sick to watch.
Yeah, because I mean, there's so many different ways that can go, and so many different ways that like X player can win and X player can lose, and things like that. That's crazy. I mean, I went through like 3 different like, if this is this, it wins, right? Like
Yeah,
Scarf Garchomp, or was it just a slow Cobalion? No, it's gonna pick this
Scarf
thing
Garchomp
up.
wins. Wait, Starmie lives. Starmie wins. Oh, no.
Yeah. Or in my head, I was like, is it Scarf Starmie? Like, we haven't seen it switch moves yet, and just clicked Ice Beam once. It lives on 1, or it lives on 5, yeah, and then Serp comes out at literally fucking 1 HP, which was saved. He's gonna knock it out, which is huge. Saving the cust up. I always wonder, because I'm not a big cust up guy. I always feel like I never, not that it's bad, or I'm like, cust up's bad. I don't bring cust up a lot on a lot of these mons, unless they're like sturdy mons, like very like obvious guys that are running cust up. Because in my head, it's like, how often am I going to get into this scenario where my mon's at 1 and behind? I feel like you have to like really, really understand a matchup. If you can bring like non-endurance cust ups like on shit like SERP, and you're consistently getting into this like, you know, particular time, because like I don't know, I never would have thought of Scarf SERP.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Or,
what attacks is SERP actually going to be taking? Like maybe a Starmie Ice Beam, the Thunderous Sludge Wave, which it did take in this actual game. You're taking maybe a close combat from Cobalion. You're maybe taking a Scarf Garchomp hit.
Like Outrage.
Like, all of those are going to leave you in cust up range, or like very close to
just
it
over the course
rocks.
of the game. And I guess it's like an idea too of like, do you need another item in the matchup too? Like, is the upside of Custap worth going?
Like, Custap can always like surprise, like save a game for you.
Mm-hmm.
Not a lot of items can do that.
And especially in a metagame like, where like, you know, or I guess a metagame like Oras, I was going to say, but it doesn't really make sense. When rocks and like spikes are so prevalent, you can kind of manipulate that to your advantage and kind of pivot in, take a little bit of damage on purpose, and, you know, get out and bring yourself back in, you know, a low enough, you know, amount of HP and pick something off. So, yeah. That's really cool. That was a really good gun game. Holy shit.
Yeah.
I think it's quite literally like 1 HP too on this guy, which is insane. And again, saving it too. That's another thing too, is like, because like we come in, we take this dies, we go Thundy. I'm skipping too much. EQ. Thundy comes in.
Imagine he saved his Cobalion in the back there.
Yeah. 100%. So we're gonna
see what Thunderous on EQ.
Mm-hmm.
That would have been game winning.
Yeah. 100%. Then you just have the extra mon. You're good.
You'd have the outrage resist, which is the main thing.
I'm missing something. Okay, there we go. This is position. I want to see. We will sack this guy. Come on. Farah. Doesn't matter. Punch. Dead. And it's also like, again, it's easier. Like, I know it seems obvious, like with us watching, but it's like not just burning the cust up for no reason and being like, I wanna pair this. I guess with Cobalion it's a little bit easier. In my head I was like, what if Thunderous was out? Would he be willing to pop the cust up in order to kill Thunderous guaranteed, to keep his Garchomp at 100% and things like that? But I guess if he does that, I think he like just loses. Like the game's over.
He would lose to Starmie.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So like, it's also having the foresight of like knowing when to use the cust up and having to position yourself to where like you can bring it in and out and not be in like a shitty spot because you didn't pop your cust app.
Yeah, you need it for the Starmie. So here he's like basically saying, if Starmie comes out on the double down, he's just gonna Ice Beam 100%. So I can catch him with the cust app this turn, and if he doesn't go Starmie, I have the Rotom Sack, and my Garchomp will always be in position to KO whatever it is, being the Thundy or the Cobalion.
Yeah.
And then you can save the cust app for the Starmie after, potentially. Or you're like playing around Scarf.
And again, in his position too, if he thinks that Starmie lives too, like he has to anticipate this being cust up in order to win this endgame, right? Because you said if he goes hard Thundy, then he like just does win. There's not enough sacks and things like that. So he goes Thundy, like, you know.
Aki was saying after the game that he thought his Starmie would die to Scarf Outrage.
Oh, did he?
Here he said GG preemptively because he thought he lost. Right there.
I mean, it also could have been a roll too. I mean, at 83, like he was at 5. Like it could have been like a min roll. We don't know. It also could have like not been. It could also like not been max attack Garchomp or something. I don't know. Like maybe it had certain rolls. Cust up buried ban next season. Weakness policy ban next season. I remember I think I was talking about this last week, but I remember one time in an SPL stream, there's a bunch of cust apps in SPL this season, like the Wi-Fi League, and a bunch of people who are like obviously new to draft, so like not shitting on them. But there's a couple guys that are like, "Yo, cust app is broken. Why isn't this item banned?" Like they always get to go first when they pop it. This thing seems super broken. And keep in mind too, and again, it's Wi-Fi draft. Like, it's all for viewership and stuff like that. But when cust app was used in SPL, most of the time it was people clicking Endure, and then just people not really scouting for the cust app to pop. But like you see Endure, you don't see like a random Salic Bear. You're like, oh, it's cust app. I need to switch. Yeah. Or protect.
You see Endure like that, it's either cust app or Rocky Helmet.
Yeah, unless you're in the position where like it's 1v1. You're like, oh shit, he was Custap, he got me. Like you can usually scout for it. It was just very funny though. People were like, this item's broken. Why does the Rotom keep getting to go first? Custap Berry Unleashed every video title. That's what I'm saying, dude. There were so many like Custap Berry Rotom fan, Custap Berry this, Custap Berry that. Like it was I saw a Custap Berry Meowscarada on Wi-Fi the other day. It was very funny. That was very based. It was Endure too. Me when I click Sucker Punch. But yeah, I think that's where we're gonna end today.
Yeah.
I'll have some more streams next week, and gonna probably record some of the 3 p.m. games. I'm gonna go ahead and put in the content guys chat, see if anybody wants to co-commentate. But yeah, I appreciate y'all coming out today. Watch some fun games. Nice and short one, hour and a half.